everybody, my name is Helen, and today we're going to talk about the books that I read in June. I did not read a lot of books in June, nor did I rate any of them very high, so that's upsetting. But here we go. The first book that I read in June was Four Dead Queens by Astrid Scholt. I did start this back in May for Sailor Moon-a-thon, but I didn't get super far into it, and I ended up kind of trucking through it in the very beginning of June, and I ended up enjoying it. This follows a girl named Carolee, and she is a thief, and she steals some comm chips that have some memories on them, and those comm chips kind of bring her into this whole mystery conspiracy about the four queens who rule her world all getting murdered, and she and the boy that she stole the chips from team up to try and stop it from happening. I did really enjoy some parts of this book, but then the other parts of it kind of fell flat for me. I was not a huge fan of the romance in this book, and especially how it progressed in the last little bit. It felt a little weird to me, but I really enjoyed the chapters from the queen's point of views, and I did enjoy the twist at the end, but I wish that there had been a little bit more lead up to it. Overall, for a debut novel, I found this to be really fun, and I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I will definitely try whatever Astrid Scholt releases next because I think she has a lot of promise. The next book that I read in June was A Time to Dance by Padma Venkatraman, and this is a story about an Indian girl named Veda, and she is a dancer, and she ends up getting in a really bad accident, and she has to amputate one or both of her legs. One leg. Her right leg has to be amputated, and the story follows her as this happens and how she learns to dance again. It was a very good story and a very important story. It's told in verse, so it does read very quickly. Like, I think I read this in a couple hours in a single sitting, but it was kind of missing just something for me. I don't know what it was, but I will say that it did get me very interested in the type of dancing that's in this, which is called Bharatanatyam. I hope I said that right, which tells the story of Shiva. All of the passages that are in here that describe the dance were really interesting, and it actually inspired me to look up some videos on YouTube for some people doing the kind of dances that our main character does in here. And so that was really fun, and I enjoyed learning about that part of their culture. Like I said, just something was missing for me, and I'm not sure what it was. I ended up giving this 3 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read was a graphic novel, and it was The Tea Dragon Society by Katie O'Neill. This is the cutest graphic novel I think I've ever read in my life. The art style is so precious, and this had such an important story in it, and it's told so well for being as short and simple as it is. This follows our main character right here, and she finds a tea dragon, and tea dragons are little dragons who their horns can grow like tea leaves, and you have to trim them. And she returns the tea dragon to its owner, and she discovers the Tea Dragon Society, which is a group of people who each look after a specific tea dragon, and they keep the culture and the traditions of caring for tea dragons alive. And it's all about that. It's about, like, keeping traditions alive, and there is some great representation in here as well. I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to get my hands on the Tea Dragon Festival. Like, I need to read it so bad. I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. And finally, the last book that I read in June was We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faizal, and this is a Arabian-inspired fantasy novel following a girl named Zafira and a boy named Nasir as they travel to a forbidden island in hopes of basically saving their fantasy world. And there are other characters they meet along the way, and there are twists and turns, and overall this was really fun. The writing in this was gorgeous. It's kind of flowery, but that's what I loved about it. I had a lot of fun reading this, but it took me forever to read. Like, I kind of put reading on hold for most of the month to try and read this, for the Owl Crate Book Club. When I got into it and it got going, I read it much faster, but it felt like a chore to pick it up, if that makes any sense at all. But I did really enjoy it, and I want to read the sequel, so there's that. I ended up giving this book 3.5 stars as well. And those are all of the stories that I ate in the month of June. Have you guys read any of the things that I talked about in this video? You should let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below. And what did you guys read, watch, play this month? I would love to know. Also leave those in the comments down below. I do respond to every comment on my videos, and I absolutely love hearing from you. And I will see you soon with a new video. Bye-bye!